Welcome back to another episode of Black Girl Talk. Now, can't lie, background recording space might sound a little different, a little weird, because you know a girl got a new crib who's this type of environment going on. But surely, I'm gonna get it together in an environment it's gonna sound a little bit more better. But y'all, as y'all probably noticed the title of this episode, I want to talk about it. We're going to talk about it, all right? We're going to talk about these single struggles. Now, people be like, oh, relationship struggles. But, like, single people got struggles, too. You know, I got struggles. Or whether y'all believe it or not, some of y'all be trying to clock me. And it's just like, bro, it don't work like that. But, yo, so we're going to start with this. Why am I single? I'm single because people be playing with my heart, be playing with my emotions, be thinking like they won't get shot. No. No, let me not. But no, I'm single because like I was dealing with somebody for a good grip and things didn't work out. So I've been chilling, vibing with myself since June. We're in the time I'm recording this episode, we're in October. This is like what, my fourth day out. But by the time y'all hear this, is probably like November. But I've been vibing with myself this whole entire year for real. I started to learn more about myself and all that stuff like that. Started really tapping into like how to improve myself even during that time frame of being with that person. But now that I'm fully single and so focused on making this money and just doing what needs to be done as an adult, you kind of just tap into yourself. Like every time I go through a breakup or I'm dealing with somebody, I'm gonna be politically correct. Every time I break up with somebody, I tend to try to stay in myself for as long as possible because I wouldn't say the time frame of the relationship, but I do try to go for the time frame of the relationship because you spend so much time with this person, adjusting your life, adjusting whatever you're doing with this person, that you kind of do. You grow you grow, but you're not in tune with yourself as you're supposed to see how you're changing, where you're at in your life, and stuff like that. So I'm single because these niggas keep playing with me. I be trying to be Lauren London with y'all, but y'all make me want to act like Tommy, and I ain't got time for it. But I think some people being single, they do struggle. They struggle with being by themselves. Now, I don't have that issue, and I think that's probably a problem with being in a relationship that I have is the fact that I love being by myself. I like my space. I love my lonesome. And that can be a problem because it can make it seem like you're causing distance with your partner. But, well, I'm talking from my perspective, my aspect. It may seem like I'm causing distance with my partner, but it's just like, I think it's just natural for the way I was growing up that I always been by myself. Like, especially like growing up the household with the boys, my brothers, stuff like that. My brothers are older than me. So they was pretty much free, willing in high school. I'm just a kid, so it's just like they were always out of the house. So I'm technically by myself all the time, of course, with parent supervision. But I never really adapted correctly to have someone in my space, and I think that's with that struggles with lonesome comes in. Like you naturally, I would just crave being by myself. Like I noticed when I'm in a relationship, I would cuddle with my partner, but then like after a minute, I get tired of like how my leg up on him or like my arm wrapped around. Then again, I got high iron, so I get high fast. So just like the cuddling comes to an end time. But I can see how some people struggle with being alone because with people that's in a relationship for years, you get accustomed to coming home to somebody or just always having someone there. Now, I know I'm young. I got time. I got nothing but time. Kind of, not really. But I noticed that some people, they really do have a hard time adjusting to being by themselves, and it's just like I don't get it. I don't understand, but at the same time, I don't think I want to understand. Think about it. But I think people get so wrapped up and caught up of being dependent on someone bringing them happiness or bringing them peace. And it's just like, before you can even step into a relationship, you gotta bring everything that you want from that partner. You gotta have it within yourself. You making sure that you're growing with yourself with those goals. And I made a tweet saying that how if you like find love within yourself, find peace within yourself, find happiness within yourself, find yourself, find you within yourself, before you go out here and just trying to find it with somebody else. And I think that's another problem I have, is the fact that I like to be alone and I don't like certain people around me. Like, dating is hard as fuck. And I think I make it hard on myself because I don't know what I'm getting myself into. People are crazy in this generation. And I just like to protect my sanctuary. Like, I like to protect my energy. And I cannot just be giving my time and energy to anybody. Like tapping in back into, the Are You Healing episode. The way I am spiritually growing and spiritually evolving, like certain energies, like I have said, that like if I don't feel comfortable around you, I will bite my tongue, or I may say how I feel depending on how the Holy Spirit is moving within me. But it's just like my energy, I have to protect my energy, because certain people you just cannot just be around. You can't just be openly and willing to just invite people in. And that's where a lot of people getting this shit so fucked up. It's just like you just want to be a people person, and that's not me. And I was always told, my mom always told me that I'm a friendly person. I like to be around people. I like the attention, and I really don't. Like, I truly don't like the attention. I just don't like it. And I think in order to you to find the one, you're going to have to step out. You're going to have to go on dates. And mind you, I have gone on dates, but it's just like, and then I'm socially awkward. I'm socially awkward because, like, if you interested, you put me in a room with a fine man. Oh, baby, I'm clumsy. Like, and that's another thing. Like, I gotta overcome this social awkwardness. And a lot of people, to you guys think I'm bold. I think I'm this broad, like this strong personality. But I promise you, when I get around somebody I like, or I'm vibing with a guy, I can be shy. Like, I gotta warm up. Like, I read the room. I'm reading you before I can open up and turn into this type of person that, like, I finally started matching my energy in text messages once I become comfortable with you in person. Granted, FaceTime is like a kind of gateway or whatever, but once you get around that person, like, physically, like, a nigga act like a little slow. Like, the shit gets a little weird. Now, oh Lord, I'm low-key exposing myself with this part, but the human needs is a major struggle of being single, because you can't just be throwing the goods around to anybody, because whether people want to believe it or not, soul ties are real, and that can cause a lot of issues. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I had this one partner where every time me and him link up or whatever, when it was all said and done, I was angry as shit, and I just never understood it until, like, I started doing my research. And it, like, you really are connecting your souls with one another, especially when, that's why I kind of understand why I really be saying save yourself for the one, because, like, you just cannot be, and it goes back to me saying you just can't be having certain people around you, because them energies, them spirits. So I'm just sitting there wondering, like, yo, why am I so angry? And I know I got anger issues, but, like, I just be like, bro, like, get out of my face afterwards. Like, when it's all said and done, I'm like, bro, you gotta go. And I had not spoke to him. I was just tired of it. I just didn't like it. And plus, he was a horrible partner. But that's another discussion. And just realizing, like, you just cannot just be laying with anybody because you do pick up their energy. You do pick up, like, you leave a piece of each other in you. And I don't think I worded that correctly. But y'all get what I'm saying, though. Y'all, we here. All right, yeah, you get what I'm saying? Right, okay, cool. But you just cannot, like, that's another thing, like, I don't know. Okay, I'm not trying to expose myself, but, like, I love to do it. And I got needs, and my tank be full. Like, I got a high sex drive, so, like, of course being single does not help it, because I don't want to just be laying with anybody, and then, like, at the performance, if your homie downstairs is weak, I don't want to deal with it, and then if your homie small, I don't want it. It's too much. Like, I just can't. That's why I be asking God to see my husband. But, like, how you think I go see your husband and you ain't even trying to act like a wife? But and another thing that be killing me that I'm always constantly hearing is, you got hoes, you got too many hoes for me, hold this, hold that. It's just like, sir, if you want to be the number one draft pick, I'm gonna need you to apply some more pressure than what you talking on right now. And it's just like, I understand how quick people be like, oh, you see a good looking person or whatever, you already know people are flocking at them, whoop-de-whoop, all that stuff. But it's just like, some people really just be to themselves. Some people really be trying to grow and, like, and find themselves in this, and through their little struggles or whatever. But it's just like, that shit right there, to me, for me, I can't speak for nobody else, but for me, when you sitting there and I hear that you got hoe stuff, it's just like, at this point, I just got to treat you like a hoe, because don't nobody want to hear that. I'm so tired of hearing that. Sometimes shawty just want to go to work and come back home. And sometimes shawty want to go to work and come back home to her man. What is wrong with that? Like, it got to the point where I don't even like texting people no more. Like, it was too many people, too many guys. I'm sitting there trying to play the field, and then I'm getting caught up trying to play the field. I ain't got time for that. Like, I don't understand how certain females, like, if you got it, you can move like that, cool. But, like, I don't understand how females be, like, got 5 niggas on the side. And just, like, I seen the meme talking about how each girl got to do it for everything. I ain't got that. I truly ain't got that. If anything, all I got is my brothers. That's it. Like, I don't be doing certain things. And then I knowing me, I'm not a normal female. Like, I'm really not a normal female. So, like, everything I do is, like, kind of backwards. Certain things with a sight females, and then with me, I'll be like, like, that ain't it. Like, I don't care about that. And I think, is that a struggle? That I'm not, like, I was raised to be a female. I have my little, I don't know how to explain it. I'm just not normal. Like, I just certain things, like, I got to the point where, like, someone I was about to go on a date with or whatever, and he was breaking down how it is to date him and what to expect in a relationship with him. And then he was just like, I need you to be more of my girl. Like, can you tap into your feminine side and stop being a homie? I was just like, what? Like, that comment right there, tap into your feminine side and be more, and stop being a homie type stuff. Because, like, I think, you know what they know? I'm gonna say what my friends say. I'm a nigga at heart. But it's just like, I know how to be submissive. I know how to, if I really wanted to, I know for a fact, I know how to be wifey. I have done that before to boyfriend statuses. I was wifey status to a boyfriend, even to fuck buddy sometimes. And child, I'm so happy I grew up. But I think that's another thing where I'm not tapped, and that's another struggle for me. It's not being totally tapped into my feminine side. I'm tapped into my feminine side. Like, I get my hair done. I get my toes, my nails done. I put on some makeup from time to time, but then a girl want to go play flag football. I'm gonna play flag football with these French tip nails on and these white toes. Now what? Catch me on the field. Oh, child, listen. All I know is somebody gonna love me. Somebody gonna appreciate all this divine energy, the divine feminine energy that I give. And then they gonna love the fact that I am a whole package. Like, I am the homie, the chef, the wife, the best friend. I could be the mother, but I ain't trying to mother you. Like, you got a whole mother for that. But at the end of the day, it's just like, these struggles are happening for a reason. Like, everything, I think everything has an intention. Everything has a purpose. And everything happens for a reason. So it's just like, during these little struggles and during this phase of being single, I take the time out to learn myself. Everything. All over again. I learn myself every trip. Because what I probably had liked it at 20, I ain't gonna like now at 23. What I liked at 23, I probably didn't even like at 18. So I'm always growing. I'm always evolving my taste, my wants, my needs, my expectations, and the reality of what a relationship is, could be, should be. And the idea of marriage changed too. Each struggle you go through, you start realizing like, I don't want that no more. I need to switch it. Or maybe I should bring this back or whatever. But it be hard out here. It's hard out here for a pimp. It's hard out here in these streets. Y'all really do be in these streets, and I'll just be sitting on the curb watching everybody having the time of their life, and I just cannot get into it. I just can't get into it. And then that's another thing, to sit here and try to play the field. It's like, maybe I'm not playing the field correctly, or maybe I just don't know what I'm doing. But one thing I do know, when the time comes, when everything happens, when everything's all said and done, sis ain't gonna be single no more. Sis gonna get the husband, sis gonna get the kids, sis gonna get the house. Oh my goodness. But guess what? I'm gonna catch y'all on the next episode. We're gonna talk about these breakup stages. Okay? Because I feel like, how they be like saying, like, when you lose somebody or whatever, you go through grieving, like literally like lose somebody, like someone to death. There's stages in grieving. There are stages in breakups. And we're going to get into that in the next episode. But until then, let's talk outside of this episode. So connect with me. All social medias is in the description of this episode. Once again, my name is Alicia, and that's Real Talk.